What's up, everybody? It's Erin.
And Nicole. This is Dude That's Fucked Up podcast. It's a podcast.
Oh, thanks for being here. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're all chilling, doing good, feeling good.
Yeah. I ate so many barbecue potato chips today, and I do not feel good.
Whoopsie.
Whoops.
Oh, boy. Which brand? Kettle?
They were Kettle. Yeah, they were Kettle from Trader Joe's. So look, my stomach has not been great, and I will tell you what my fucked up is related to that when we get there.
That's great. It's good. We're going to talk about that in a second, but before we do we have any business?
Okay, I had a couple corrections, which were not even important, but since there's business, I'm going to call these out. Okay, last week I called one of the machines, so we're in part 2 of the just like very fucked up fitness machines.
Yes.
Series, which I don't know if the name was great, but I called it Dumb and Dumberbells, like a dumbbell. Maybe it doesn't work, but it's fine. But I called one of the machines the Reductomatic. It was like the sauna bag suit.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the Reducomatic.
Oh, because that was the term back in like the 30s and 40s and 50s. Reducing was dieting.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
That was the terminology for the ladies, because it wasn't like, I don't know. It's like to reduce, do this. Like reduce your ass, your weight, what? Like what are we talking about here, Mildred? But
everything was like in veiled terms, you know? It's like we can't just say lose weight or
right, because they couldn't talk about the body like in any explicit terms like that. So it was like reduce.
Reduce.
Like they couldn't even say the word pregnancy in casual conversation. So
oh my God, our society's all still fucked up from that.
Oh my God. We're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
Still.
Yeah.
We're in danger.
Also, okay, we talked about that like water current therapy, that like electrocution bucket machine, which
Hated
I guess didn't like that. And but I was thinking maybe we'll do an episode on that in the future because it is a thing now, and I think maybe it is helpful to people. I'm not exactly sure, but they had to get a lot wrong to get it right. In terms of like testing that stuff. So I think maybe we table that, but just want to like put the little note out there that is a real thing, I guess, and that is maybe still used today, TBD.
I know Gwyneth probably does it. So
yeah. There's a Goop product where you stick your feet in the bathtub and drop your hairdryer in. And no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, it's your flat iron. And no, don't do that. It's your blender. No, please don't drop any electrical items in the bathtub. Don't do it in general, and don't do it with any water in there, and definitely don't do it with a body part in there. So
no.
That'd be bad. And then the last correction I had was, I think I said I had bought an ab tiger, but it wasn't called the ab tiger. It was called the torso tiger.
Oh, okay.
And I found it today when I was looking for some really, really dumb at-home ab machines. So
was it bringing back memories when you saw the promotional picture and stuff?
It's basically just like a little, like it's like you like kneel onto like a pew, but it's not at home. I mean, it's not at church, it's at home. And then it has a giant rubber band with like a wheel at the end of it. It's a recipe for disaster. I never hit myself in the face with it, but I came close several times.
Yeah, I could see that. No, scary.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
Yeah. So that's
corrections.
I think that's it. Just a few quick corrections. Wanted to get that out there. We don't normally do that because we don't care, but since this is a part 2, I feel like
we're like still on the subject. It's like we honestly like episode to episode. I'm like, what did we talk last? I don't even know what we talked about last week, but it's top of mind because we're doing part 2 of the weird fucking intense workout exercise equipment this week. So,
yeah.
But we'll get to that in a moment. Do you have anything fucked up?
Oh, just that I was, well, I'm obviously in some sort of depression. Don't worry, I'm starting therapy, I think, next week, finally, after like a year of trying and getting desperate at this point.
It's not easy. It's not even about like the willingness or unwillingness.
No.
It's like the actual logistics of trying to find a provider, get on a waiting list. It's ridiculous.
Do they take your insurance? Like it's been even just, so I've been on a waiting list with someone who sounded really like someone I wanted to talk to, and like we were in the same kind of like vibe. It seemed like, and this was after looking for like weeks and combing through people and looking at like referrals that my doctor gave me and like all this stuff, finding someone that takes my insurance. I got put on a wait list. Still am on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then they had pitched me someone else. And I think I talked about it on here maybe, but that person was like a former publicist in LA. And I was like, I don't want them to be my therapist. Sorry if that's like rude, but not going to happen. And I told them that. And
you're like, sorry about it.
Yeah. And then with everything with my dad, and I have unfortunately other shit going on that is just so wild right now. I'm just like, I need to talk to someone. Like, I'm okay, you know, but I just like need to get a few tools sharpened.
Yes. Yes.
To deal with all this stuff. And like, and also just, you know, talking to someone who knows about even just like career stuff, you know. Anyway,
totally,
I have a full plate, as they say. And so, yeah, I'm obviously not in the best place. And today I haven't even showered yet.
Schmower.
Yeah. I did eat a lot of barbecue potato chips today. I also, I ate a pastry. I watched a lot of Cougar Town. Our friend Jessie texted me as I was eating cantaloupe off of my belly, laying on the couch.
You don't even want to know the things I've done lately. So
it's
don't even feel bad, man.
I didn't even get up to get the cantaloupe. I said, Pete, can you give me the cantaloupe out of the fridge? And he was like,
at least it's cantaloupe.
Yeah, well, this is because I had already eaten. You know, like you get to the point where you've eaten so much shit that like your body's like, can I have fruit or a vegetable?
Like you literally crave it. You're like, I can't continue on. Yeah.
Because after that I had a salad and some cauliflower. So it was, yeah. But I didn't want to. And I wasn't even hungry. But my body was like, we need some greens in here. Anyway.
Roughage, babe.
Yeah, we need some roughage or it's going to be a rougher week. And so... Oh, this is all to say, my tummy, not great. And we were sitting on the couch and we were talking and I farted so loud and Pete's face looked angry. Like and I go, I'm sorry. And he's like, it's fine. And I'm like, you looked so mad. He's like, I didn't do it on purpose. And I was like, you looked at me like.
With disdain.
It was his angry face. And it was just a flash. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, my stomach is really bad. I don't know why. I know why.
I don't understand.
I don't know why. Honestly, it's probably all the fiber I had in the second half of the day between the cantaloupe, the cauliflower.
And it's it's working against you now.
Yeah, it's working against me now. And so I'm glad I just opened a beer. And I also have a Spindrift. More bubbles. Get some more bubbles in there.
Balance it all out with,
Yeah.
Or activate it. It's like a volcano. You're gonna
activated the fartcano. Oh my God, it is. So Pete goes, "Oh, do you want a sparkling mama?" And I was like,
"What's that?"
I know. Well, apparently it's for pregnant women who have morning sickness, and Pete's been drinking them when his stomach gets upset.
Oh, say more. Is it like ginger and
something? Yeah, like ginger and peppermint or something. I don't know. It's like a whole I don't know what it is exactly, but he was like, do you want a sparkling mama? And I was like, what? What? And then he's like, you know those things you've seen because I guess I've seen them in the pantry recently. And I'm like, what is this? And he's like, oh, it's for my tummy. But I just didn't pay any attention. And then I was like, I'm sorry, what is it? And then he like looked it up and he's like, oh, it's marketed for pregnant women or pregnant people, I guess. But it is for an upset tummy.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. So I tried it. It wasn't bad. I think it's helping because I haven't been farting so far. So, I mean, I'm also holding them in. I'd
like to try this.
Yeah, you got to get it. I think you just get it at Rite Aid or CVS or any of your local pharmacy corner store type situations.
I'm interested because there's always something weird happening with my stomach these days.
Oh, I bet.
No fault of my own. I could eat air and it would, nothing.
Water. That would be bad, I think. Yeah. You don't want to be eating air.
You don't want any air in there. No. I think like sometimes like the being pregnant, you just get heartburn for no fucking reason. So this is very, very interesting to me.
I don't know, but I trust you. Yeah. I believe it.
The times I get the worst heartburn is when I haven't really eaten anything substantial like for a few hours, and I skip a snack or something and it's like,
feed me, mommy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Have you forgotten about snacks?
Don't forget about me.
I'm still here.
I'm hungry. Fuck.
Oh my God. Yeah, so that's just my fucked up thing. I don't know.
Just wrecking your stomach left and right.
Yeah, just not caring, and
that's okay.
Yeah, it's happening, so it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What's your fucked up thing this week?
Well, today I took Jack to the dentist.
Oh no,
it did not go well.
No,
yeah. It was rough. Like he's been before, but not to this dentist here that we.
Oh.
And it's like it's like a normal dentist, but they do pediatric dentistry too. But in DC, like when he turned a year old, we like took him to the dentist, and that was like a pediatric specific dentist, and it was like very cute and fun, and like the doctor was like, that was all she did was, little babies. Like she did his like tongue tie and lip tie surgery, and then it was his dentist after that. So it was, and he was different when he was one. It was like easier to do things with him. But yeah, so we took him in, and because he's almost 3 now, and it was not fun. And like with all the COVID shit, it was just like everything's harder. You have to like we had to wait a while, and like they had me fill out all these forms like for a new patient, and I was like, you guys, why didn't you email these to me so that I'm not sitting here trying to wrangle a fucking almost a 2.5-year-old, and it's COVID, so he like is like I'm trying to like keep him on my lap and contained, but he's just like, so I was like a little put off by that. And then they take him back there, and the dental assistant, bless her heart, thinks that it was a good idea to do x-rays right off the bat without any kind of like
sedation or
like just like thought he would be okay underneath a metal blanket. And I couldn't stand next to him because I'm pregnant, so or I don't think anybody can really.
No, you're not supposed to.
So I'm like behind a wall like trying to pep talk him, and I was like, and then he started to lose it, and then they could barely even open his mouth to like, so no x-rays were taken. They could barely open his mouth to even look inside at his teeth. And then they tried to brush a little fluoride on there, and that was all that could happen. And he was screaming, and I was just like, not my problem. Like, I mean, this is a dentist's office. Like,
also,
nobody
that's
here...
to be expected. This exact scenario is exactly how I would expect it would go for everybody. So, like, you would prepare for this. You know what I mean?
That was the thing. I was just like, okay, this is like a normal adult dentist where they have occasional kids come through. Yeah. But it wasn't their specialty. So I'm not beating them up about that. But, it was just like...
But if you're offering that, it's like...
Yeah, well, I just wanted to get in and out, and it's like the expectation for them was that they were going to be able to take x-rays off the bat. And it was just like, no, that's not going to happen. So maybe next time, maybe in 6 months, that'll be a possibility, but no.
Oh, poor baby Jack. And of course,
Poor
in 6 months,
yeah.
he's not going to want to go again.
We'll see. I mean, it's too tough titties, but go early, go often, take care of your teeth, take care of your titties.
Yeah.
Get those, if you're over 40, get those, if you have breast cancer in your family, get those titties mammogrammed.
Yep, smush those titties.
I did. Anyway, shit. Well, what are we talking about today? We got part 2 of these ridiculous workout equipment fucking shits.
We have honestly some of the greatest hits in my opinion, because we're getting into the 80s and 90s.
This is stuff that we know about that is in the pop culture kind of world, because we're getting into stuff that we saw infomercials for when we were kids, stuff that we saw in our grandma's, garage, sunroom, whatever. Yeah. So we're talking about, this is part 2 of the fucked up workout equipment from the more recent times. Last week when we left you, we were talking about ridiculous shit from ancient times up until the 1940s and 1950s. This episode, we're talking about the equipment that possibly pulled muscles and pubes out in the later part of the 20th century and up until today.
Oh my God. We should make a note on all of these. Do we think they pulled pubes?
Oh, yeah. This is like on a how many pubes scale, like 1 out of 5 pubes or 0 out of 5 pubes. So
I feel like, it's like 0 out of 100 pubes. How many were pulled out?
Yeah. But
from bush to Brazilian, or I guess it'd be opposite. Brazilian's a 1 and a bush is 100.
Is your bush intact, or are you fully bare now?
Yeah. From bald to bush.
So yeah, this is gonna be fun. And we're gonna like go all the way up until, more recent days. So yeah, let's talk about this shit.
Oh my God. Also, we should say, we're gonna start like more around the 40s, 50s era, but since we are working our way up, this is also we're gonna talk about a lot of equipment that has been featured in infomercials. So this is the Kathy Mitchell crossover episode you didn't know you wanted, but also it's not even that, because she's not going to be featured because she focused solely on dumps and not equipment.
Yeah. She was like helping.
She helped health in another way with food. They say weight loss or whatever, maintaining your weight is 80% what you eat. She knew that, and she dumped all over it.
Yeah, she's like, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah,
no room for reducing here. We're going for it. But what these things do have in common, what Kathy and her dumps have in common with these exercise equipment thingies is they save time.
Yeah. Also, okay, I'm also thinking of her product. I'm not even thinking of the right one. So she did dump dinners, but then at some point she sold something that was like a little machine that made it was like a non-stick kind of like early George Foreman type prototype where like you could cook in it and it wouldn't stick, and it made like little like,
oh yeah,
do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. So she also had that, which was like health focused, because she's like, I've lost 10 pounds since I started using this every day. But then she was making like quesadillas and like individual chicken pot pies and cherry pies and shit, and like dump stuff. She was like, I can make a dump cake on this side while I make fajitas on this side or whatever. And you're like,
sure, this cake tastes like onions, but look how much time we save.
Have you ever, because also there was like a guy with her that was like her co-host, and it's like, have you ever had fajita cake? Have you ever had fajita
pot pie? Yeah.
Fajita. That sounds good, actually.
I know, actually sounds pretty dope.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Anyway, well, Yeah, so I think we'll be focusing starting here in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
This is like after, health clubs are like a thing now. They were like called, for ladies, they were called reducing salons, I guess.
Oh, slenderizing salons.
Slenderizing salons, yeah. I keep thinking of reducing, but...
Yeah, I feel like we're moving. All the equipment we talked about last episode was like very industrial, very had to be in a gym. But there was a shift, I feel like, in the 50s, 60s where we started to see more stuff for in the home.
Right. Things started to be marketed towards like women who needed to stay in their houses, basically.
Yeah. AKA women, because that's where they belonged at that time. And it was like, how are you going to cook a pot roast for dinner and go to the slenderizing salon? That just won't work.
Yeah.
Introducing this new gadget that you need for your home to be slender.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I really do think, I was just like thinking about how, like, I don't know, we kept seeing like in the 50s and 60s especially, obviously we keep seeing like a lot of like housewife marketed things and like multitask and like while you're cooking dinner you can lose weight, blah blah blah, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But then I feel like there's a shift in like the 60s and 70s where it was more like actual workout equipment, like stationary bikes and rowing machines, and hula hoops are funny but also like effective in some way, and dance aerobics and stuff. And I just wondered like if at that point, because there like the women's movement and stuff came around, like women started actually doing more like physical sport type workouts and they weren't as like fragile.
Yeah, it was like it was like women are allowed to sweat. Women are allowed to like have muscles and be in shape.
Yeah.
And it's not just to lose weight, basically.
Right. Yeah.
That's not just the purpose of it. So.
Right. It's like to be strong and like to take care of your body more than it used to be, which was like, make sure you look good for your husband.
Yeah.
Type bullshit. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The marketing departments got on that one.
Yeah.
They like finally let women work on Madison Avenue. So so that's I think it's pretty funny that it kind of had that little shift. But yeah, there was still a lot of these products that we talked about last week still kind of in the mainstream. Like for example, Slenderizer vibrating belts.
Yes.
These things never went away. These just I feel like kind of had more of a resurgence though in the 60s and 70s because I think people were able to buy them for home use more.
Yes.
Like you could technically they were more accessible for people now.
Yeah.
So
the husbands were like, Fran, you can't be spending 4 hours at the slenderizing salon. I need you home with the children cooking me dinner.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know what to do then, Bill. and he's like, well, Fran, guess what? Sears Roebuck has a slenderizing belt for $150. I'll get you one and you could still make my lasagna.
Yeah. It's like, it's literally like, it looks like a treadmill, but a small one.
Yeah.
But and a cleaner fire hose.
Cleaner fire hose because a bunch of weirdos aren't using it at the slenderizing gym in their dirty suits.
Yeah, and then a mailbox.
Yeah.
stuck on the end of the treadmill platform.
A mailbox or a toaster. Yep.
Yeah, with the belt wrapped around it or like attached to it, and then the lady's just like hanging out with it around her waist.
I love that she's fresh off of beach blanket bingo too.
Oh, 100%.
Like she has like that 60s flip at the bottom and like
with
the
headband,
and like the floofy hair in the back, and then she's wearing like Bermuda shorts and ballet flats. It's a whole look. If you saw someone doing this today, you'd go, "Is that woman okay?"
Yeah. Like, well, this is the like alpha and the omega of Karen. just vibrating her butt on this fucking thing.
Oh my God. And of course, like, I mean, this already existed early, but I feel like this really hit hard in the 60s because remember how much they loved a belt? It's like whether it's beaded and braided, or maybe it has a sanitary napkin attached to it.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe it jiggles your fat away. We love belts. It's the 60s, baby.
Yeah, look at these belts. We're doing it. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, these vibrating belts were still a thing.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know exactly when they stopped. I feel like probably in the 70s they were like, this is enough, you know?
Yeah.
Because they were still going pretty strong for many decades.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about, I feel like, products that like are adjacent to this. There's like, because there are still ab belts.
Yes.
And there are still vibrating platforms that you can buy that you stand on that allegedly help you lose weight and make you healthy and like build your muscle mass. But like, I don't. So these evolved at some point, but yeah. these like getting violently chafed by a fire hose, like that ended at some point because people probably were like, I have no skin on my lower back anymore.
Yeah. Or like, I can't wear a sanitary belt while I have this vibrating belt on at the same time. It just like slaps it around between my thighs and I'm just gonna get period blood everywhere. Okay.
Oh my God. It's a very violent scene.
Yeah.
It's like it vibrates the belt and then it's like a I always forget the Rube Goldman. What's his name?
Yeah, a Rube Goldberg.
Yeah, it's like a Rube Goldberg. Machine. Yeah, but it's like, and so the violent vibrating sets off one of the clips, and then the pad swings out, and it splats blood all over, and then the mom slips in it trying to get out. You know, the timer's going off. She has to get the meatloaf out of the oven, and it is chaos. So
it's chaos. It's chaos.
Yeah, I feel like you don't want to see that. Yeah.
No.
Oh my God.
The next one though, this one. I feel like I've seen this. Like this is like keeps getting rebranded or redone.
I think you're right. This is okay. It's called the Trim Twist. There's nothing really to explain. I mean, what do you think it looks like or does it, or do you just want to say it?
It looks like a board that's on some sort of like, it has to be like on some sort of like rotational, like, you know, what am I trying to say? Like wheel like underneath it, like a little base that like swivels.
Yes.
And you just do the twist on it. You know, you just like,
that's it.
Your feet stay on either side of the board and you just kind of swivel your upper body and your torso, you know, that feels really fucking good in my swivel chair right now.
Oh, like, yeah, it's a nice stretch.
It's a nice stretch.
I feel like what's frustrating about this for me is like, did people not know they can just do this but standing on not this thing? Like people dance the twist. Like you don't need this thing.
Because it's like engaging more of your body. Like your legs, like you're supposed to like get down and then like use your leg muscles to like move your entire upper body instead of just standing stationary flat on the ground where only your upper body is like, you can move your lower body, but it's like, it's not the same.
You put socks on in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You can do it.
And I wonder if there is some sort of balancing component to it, which would make it a little bit harder.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I think ultimately this is just like a gadget, you know?
Totally, yeah.
But yeah, the twist was like obviously a very famous dance. This is more in the 60s. Fun fact, Jack LaLanne of Juice and Fitness fame, if everyone remembers Jack LaLanne from infomercials in the 90s, he lived to like be 100 years old and he was super fit.
He could still do like push-ups in his like in his late 90s. Yeah.
He had his own branded version. It was called Twist Away Twister in the 1960s, and I watched a little commercial for it, which was very cute.
I would honestly buy anything Jack LaLanne branded today to this day.
I kind of want to get a juicer. My mom has one and she loves it. And I'm like, do I want a juicer? And like, would I get a Jack LaLanne?
Don't get a juicer because it takes away a lot of nutrients, and all you need to do is put shit in a high-power blender and strain it.
I know, but straining it is so messy.
Juicing is gross too, and you just like have it. You have to like put a like plastic bag on the part where it like dumps all the like shit, and it wastes a lot of.
I haven't really looked into it.
We used to have one. It's just
okay, not great. And I'll just buy juice. Mm-hmm. I live really close to like a very good juice bar, but they're like $10 too, and it's like there's a fucking carrot in this. How is it $10? You know what I mean?
Fair.
Anyway, well, TBD.
Yeah.
Another fun fact about the trim twist or this type of exerciser where you like twist on it. We have a picture of one from Amway. It's Amway branded.
Ooh.
Twist exerciser. Stay firm, keep fit. But another fun fact is that these were big in Soviet Russia. I think they, if you look up these types of exerciser machine things,
little
products,
gadgets,
they have vintage ones that are sold on eBay, and they have like Russian language on them and stuff. And
how funny!
Yeah, so somehow these got big in Russia at that time.
That's really
the USSR, funny. I guess.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, this next one is called Las Picas, and this is. Just tell me what this looks like to you.
Okay. It looks like she is Honey, I Shrunk My Wife, and she's on top of a TV with holding the antenna and she's like falling over, but she's happy about it. She looks very happy, but it looks like she's holding two like rabbit ear antenna ends and is just like really leaning into it, getting a good stretch maybe.
Yeah, it's basically like it's a little exercise machine that had two poles attached to a small box, like a triangular box that like you could like lean the poles. It's like it looks like ski poles stuck into this like little triangular box, and you can move the poles any way you want to. So you could have the box stays stationary on the ground. And the way she, I hope it's like, I think it's like non-skid or something on it.
I'd still move that thing and fucking eat shit.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe it's really heavy with non-skid. I don't know, but yeah, it's like, how is this thing? Because this woman, she has the two poles, and she's like leaning all the way over. She's like at a fucking 45-degree angle. Yes. And the poles are at another 45-degree angle, and they're like, she's making a I don't know.
She's doing that thing, have you ever seen people go like, oh no, it's really windy, and there's like a pole, and they'll like, they're very strong people, and they'll put themselves onto the pole and then like lift their feet up, and they're just straight across, and it looks like they're blowing on a pole. That's like almost what she's doing, but
she's like very leaned over, and it's crazy. It's like but you can tell it looks hard. Like she is probably getting a pretty good like oblique and ab stretch. She's probably getting like some arm workout in there too. But you can move the poles whichever way you want, and you can get like really creative with it. I mean, you could also probably hurt yourself pretty bad. Like
you could impale yourself on a pole.
Yeah, this thing looks very dangerous in a lot of ways, but basically it's two ski poles like stuck in a box, and then you just kind of like move them around. So
and
have fun.
I think the box probably goes maybe against the wall, it looks like it, if you have a 90-degree angle, that would be helpful.
That is, I think, what's happening here.
Yeah. P.S. I love her sweatpants and would wear those every day, especially right now.
Her whole outfit, I love. I love.
She's very cute.
Very cute. Okay. This next one, so we're getting more into the 70s here. That one was like popular in the late 60s. The Las Picas was like late 60s. So Nautilus, the company Nautilus, I think is still a like exercise equipment brand. I think they make ellipticals mostly. You've probably seen at the gym in today's times. This particular piece of equipment that we're looking at looks like a poolside lounge chair with a pulley system and some pedals on it.
It looks like Doctor, yes, I will be taking my women's health exam, aka my pap smear, poolside today, if you don't mind.
Ding, ding, ding. That's exactly what it looks like. It also looks very flimsy. Like if you pedaled too hard, this thing would simply fall apart.
Because it's also just a cot.
Yeah, it looks like it's I don't know.
It's a lawn chair.
It's a lawn chair. And we all know how those go. They don't last forever. But Nautilus started mass producing fitness equipment that focused on resistance training. So this was like this is a very flimsy looking like foldable, which is great for like storage and stuff.
Yes.
Foldable prone cycle is what it actually is. So you lay down and you pedal these like little resistance bands.
It's like a stationary recumbent bike.
Right.
Huh.
And you could just you can kind of prop yourself up, or you can like lay down completely. It looks like you can maybe adjust like the height of the back of it, but basically it's a lounge chair with pedals on it. And it looks very, very, very flimsy.
Yeah.
And it also kind of resembles a reformer, like a Pilates reformer a little bit. So, and I think that's kind of like where Nautilus started going with some of their exercise equipment. They also had a very popular, another popular piece of equipment called the Slender Bender, which was another lawn chair looking thing, which it just has the person laying down and sitting up, much like the next item on the list.
Yeah, the next, this is a lawn chair, essentially.
It really is.
This is maybe a more current version. It's called the Ab Lounge, but this sort of product did start around the same time, like in the 60s.
The Slender Bender by Nautilus was like the first one of its kind.
Yeah.
But it's the Ab Lounge is what we probably in the 90s.
And now you could buy this now.
You could buy this on Amazon right now.
Yes.
It's a lounge chair that is supposed to give you abs.
Yeah, it's basically like the opposite of that neck hammock, which is basically, I guess, just a regular hammock, but also it's just a lawn chair. I don't know, but it has it has like it's not like a lawn chair where you can like lock it into your preferred position. It's just loose.
Right.
It's just flapping around, and you use your ab strength, your core strength to bring it in. Yeah, you bring it into a toe touch type position, and then you bring it back out, and you just do that over and over in repetition. And it also has this nice like BDSM strap, which I think you could fuck in this probably if someone either was like sitting on your lap or like straddling you. Might be fun. I don't know.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fuck chair also.
Yeah. Also doubles as a fuck chair.
On the lawn, because it's also a lawn chair.
Yeah. Yeah. This is like literally one of those zero gravity chairs, like lounge chairs. Yeah.
Yes.
That you like pop outside when you're at tailgating. So
I love the idea of just like some meathead dude like bringing this as his chair to the beach.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and he's like
100%.
trying to eat a sandwich in it. Or whatever.
Oh,
I don't know.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, we're kind of out of order in terms of timelines now, but this is all 80s, 90s type inventions. Unless you want to do the true 80s one, and then we can get into this stuff.
Yes. Okay. I think this next one is iconic.
Yes.
And it actually is not 80s. It is, I thought it was 80s, but it's early 1990s. 1991.
Oh, okay.
Is when the Thigh Master came on the market. I'm sure there were products that were like this, but there's no marketing or iconic kind of like person who has represented this product better than Suzanne Summers on any level. I don't think. I mean, this
she was
product,
the first.
This product, the Thigh Master, was it. I think
Oh my
you
God.
probably can find one in your parents' garage, basement, attic, you know, crawl space, whatever, closet,
Under their
any
bed.
one of
Yeah.
any American home can probably has one of these somewhere.
This was truly, we should also say this is just like a resistance type machine and technically works. Like,
But it's only it's marketed as the Thigh Master, obviously,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to hold it in between your knees and just do repetitions to
Yeah.
squeeze. It's like a butterfly, and you like squeeze it so that it like compresses.
Yeah.
And it's hard, you know.
It's hard. Yeah.
It's hard to do. And then you could also like hold it in your arms and
Yeah.
work your
behind your
like,
head.
Yeah, you could do all kinds of
side stuff. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think they had to start really. When this first came out, people loved her. They loved this. There was like a video you could get with it. The marketing for this was bananas. This was so popular and so big, and she really was like the face of this and everything. I just remember her being on like every talk show. I feel like she got the show step by step because she got famous again. She got so much visibility from this.
Yeah, she was coming off of her career of Three's Company and, you know, hadn't done anything substantial for a while.
Yep.
And then she built this like whole fitness empire just on this like one product that she promoted. Wow. And she really made a household name for herself with this. So
and I think this was the turning point for like why we now have so much workout equipment. Like, you know,
so many gadgets.
So many gadgets, so many little things that work one thing and that's it, you know. I just feel like up through the 60s, 70s into the 80s, like it was kind of like
it was ramping up for sure.
It was ramping up, but it wasn't as gimmicky yet.
Yes.
It was because we had things like that vibrating belt and whatever, but it felt like, oh, people still don't have just like a stationary bike in their home, so let's do that. People are still getting into exercise. Let's sell running shoes. Let's sell.
Sure.
Like, it felt like it was all more
piecemeal or something.
And like actual exercise focused. And then the 90s hit, and like with also the rise of infomercials, it just became so gimmicky.
I also think too the low barrier of like being able to purchase something like this. Like this was only like $20 or whatever, and so you know, many people could now afford to have, you know, these little types of exercise equipment thingies that were just like wasn't a full treadmill that you had to spend hundreds of dollars on, or you know, a whole weight system that is also very expensive. You know, building up a home gym is pretty expensive, but to have something like this, like the Thigh Master, was very easy for most people to purchase, which is why there's so many still in our parents', you know, closets or whatever. So but yeah, this is, I feel like you're right, the beginning of like all the really gimmicky, you know, like infomercial shit. That
gadgety type stuff. Affordable, like you're saying, affordable gadgets. But also, I mean, around this time we get like, what was it, the Total Body, you know, just I feel like just gym equipment for at home, or not gym, workout equipment for at home really just like really ramped up and went sideways. Oh my gosh. Also, it's like you could do it in front of the TV, which was always a big selling point for anything that I bought or wanted.
Again, that passive fucking exercise is where it's at for me. Yeah.
It's easy and it's almost a miracle. I'm like, oh, okay, yes, I could do that. And then I get it and I go, oh, I still have to put the effort in. It's not worth it.
5 minutes. Ugh, God, no.
Gross.
So
oh my
busy.
God. My thighs hurt. Okay, I really want to talk about this. I don't know if you remember this infomercial, but The Gazelle by Tony Little.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
What a star.
Ugh,
Talk about A Star Is Born.
Never has a man's ponytail been so iconic. Okay. Those golden
Jonathan Van
ringlets.
Ness wishes he had Tony Little's hair. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God. It's so fabulous. It's
also, tell me you had work done in the 90s without telling me you had work done in the 90s. Hi, I'm Tony Little.
Yeah, absolutely.
His face is... It is pulled perfectly. It is tucked perfectly. It is
and it ain't just because of that ponytail, okay?
No. It's everything. It's everything. I also okay. Oh, I meant to look this up, but I forgot. But so the Gazelle is kind of like an elliptical machine, but not. It's operated by your momentum.
Own momentum, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like electrical, and it's not on a track. It's actually just two footrests
like
attached,
suspended. Yeah.
Yes, it's like a suspension bridge.
Yeah.
On for each foot, and then it has a handle, and you just
like move it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You move it with your legs and your arms, like at
Yeah.
the same time. So
Yep.
you can like have as much, like you can. I think I'm trying to remember who in my family had one of these. You can fuck your shit up if you got going too fast.
Okay, this is what I wanted to look up because I had
how
seen,
many injuries.
because I saw something about, I was looking up the Gazelle and I saw something like a video or something somewhere, and it was just like, I remember having one of these, like someone had commented, and I got so injured. Like if you really got going, you could fly off this. You could go into a full split without realizing it. Like
yeah.
There's like groin injury has a very high percentage for this.
Oh my God.
I feel like also you could, because it's not on a track, you could accidentally lean forward too far and just fucking fall out of it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bar right there, but you could easily like go over the bar. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's because when we were kids, all this shit was not, this is like for adults, and it's all pretty simple stuff.
Yeah.
But even the Thigh Master, I remember as a kid playing with that.
Oh yeah.
And it slipping
Launched.
out and slapping, like hitting underneath the chin.
Yeah.
Like you can fuck your shit up.
Oh, yeah.
With some of these things.
Oh, yeah.
Because, they're just like in our grandparents' house, parents' house, whatever, and our friend's parents' house. And you get on a Gazelle and you get going too fast. You will Gazelle your fucking shit up.
Oh, my God. You'll, oh, my God. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. There's so much that could go wrong with the Gazelle. But it is another piece of iconic exercise equipment that is iconic because of the infomercials.
Yes, that I watch them every weekend, every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. or whatever, when the infomercials were on. I was watching this one and I loved it and I wanted one. And I still don't know if his ponytail is part of his hat or if it was actually attached to his head.
That's a good point. I've never seen Tony Little without his hat on.
Yeah, and it's a full, I don't think it's a visor, it's a whole hat.
It's a full hat.
It's a full hat, and he always had a ponytail, but he looks great. He's very muscular and fitnessy looking, and good for him. I wonder where he is now.
He did that what was it? Some car rental commercial. Where he's on the Gazelle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. So he's still using it. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
For most people, if they have this, it just holds laundry now at this point, probably.
That's right. It's a drying rack for your delicates.
Yes.
Oh my
or your
God.
wet towel. Okay, this next one. Wow. This one's fun. Okay, this I think, with the Thigh Master and the Gazelle, that could actually work for you as a like cardio and or like resistance equipment, and you could see results from that if you used it and like put time into it. This next one is absolutely the dumbest.
It's so stupid. I remember this infomercial and just like laughing hysterically at it because it's truly stupid.
It's the Hawaii chair and or the Hula chair. It's known as both. It looks like a mashup between a
really ugly office chair and a portable toilet.
Like a camping toilet?
Like a camping toilet,
thinking.
yeah. But what it does is you just sit in it and the chair swivels in a hula-y way, I guess, like in a kind of rotation-y. I don't know. It does like a, but you're sitting down and you're just doing, like I'm doing it right now in my fucking,
I just was doing it too.
In my fucking like regular office chair.
I can do it. You just, because you're moving your hips. I think people maybe aren't very coordinated and can't figure out to do that. So they had this chair, which it looks like they could take a dump in at Yosemite Park.
That's right.
Also, it just looks like maybe essentially if you wanted to make one of these and you already had a trim twist, you just put a trim twist on a regular chair, bada bing, bada boom, Hawaii chair.
That's right. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
it's so dumb. Watching also too, okay, I feel like to use this correctly, and I'm using air quotes, you have to engage your core. But here's how I think most people use it. They just flop around on it out of control. And it's like a ride or something. And they're just like swirling around.
No, I think that's right.
Instead of like keeping your, it's like you're supposed to like isolate your muscles.
Yeah, like stack your torso over your hip bones.
Yeah.
To like, ride the fucking shit. But people are just like out here looking like a used car fucking like inflatable guy on this thing.
Yeah. Everybody in their head thinks they're Beyonce riding a surfboard, and but it's everyone's the used car lot fucking airman. Okay, also her thumb is on what is, I'm guessing, a speed button, and it's like
how hard do you want a hula, babe?
That's not hula, ma'am. No. Yeah, it's you could probably dislocate your back somehow on this thing.
God. Definitely, like I bet this thing, so many people slip discs, so many people like got hernias, so many people fucking
just hurt themselves, like bruise their ribs, like going side to side, just like couldn't get a hang of it.
They looked over their shoulder at the wrong moment and like
flipped out of it,
pulled their muscles. Yeah. It's bad.
Oh my God. But I do have a fun fact, which was so funny to me when I was looking this up. It is one of Time Magazine's 50 worst inventions of all time. This was an article they did. It was one of the 50, along with, just so you have a point of reference, hair in a can, which is spray hair for
like
your
the
bald
stuff
spot.
that Stephen Miller put on before that one TV.
Yep. Yeah. And Rudy Giuliani, potentially.
And it spun it off, yes.
Yeah, so hair in a can and asbestos. So, just a couple. Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough to be in that on that list.
You don't want to be in that list.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Well, we're going back to belts again. This one... Okay, I feel like there's a ton of these on the market in the early 2000s.
They're still, you can still buy these, 100%.
These belts are, they look like kind of like not a waist trainer, but kind of, or like a
back brace, like if you work at Home Depot.
A workout belt or a maternity belt to hold your like belly, a little bit. Mm-hmm. These belts though have electro kind of pulsing little patches on them that are supposed to make your muscles like flex, basically. Like it sends an electrical pulse into your ab muscles as you're wearing it, and it's supposed to like flex your stomach muscles. I don't think so.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think it maybe just like makes them hot.
Yeah, I remember a lot of these getting recalled at the time.
Because they like catch on fire while you're driving to work, like trying to quote unquote exercise your abs.
Yeah, there was no like specific brand. So like a ton of these were just created, and they're all using like the same components from,
Yeah.
you know, God knows where. And a lot of them were recalled because they would literally like burn your stomach.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the
So
little nodes would catch on fire or whatever. It's like an electric blanket. Like that shit, you can't leave it on forever and it gets hot and things can go wrong.
Also, it's electrical shocks, basically.
Yeah, it's electrical shocks. Yeah.
And that shit does not feel good.
Okay,
and you
I'm
could
sorry.
change the intensity, and like sometimes the intensity was just too much.
Yeah. I'm sorry though, like this doesn't. Okay, well we are looking at this one is a brand. It's the Flex Belt is the brand, and Lisa Rinna is a spokesperson. So we do have a picture of her. She looks gorge. She is very fit and in shape and youthful looking, and I'm guessing she was a spokesperson for this, and then the reason she was a spokesperson for adult diapers later on is because there is a correlation between getting your abs shocked over and over and losing control of your asshole. So you know what, but what did they say?
It's more for pelvic floor, I think.
Oh, okay.
For ladies.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I agree with that assessment.
I think, but you get diarrhea cramps and stuff. Like that shit move, like your intestines might also be, it's all connected and they might be working. Things might be moving and grooving. You know what I mean?
It's like people forget that your intestines are right underneath your ab muscles.
Yeah. Yeah. People fart when they do a crunch. It's all connected.
You can't fuck too much with that area. I'm telling you right now. Oh my God.
Also, it doesn't even go like cover all of her abs. It's just like, I don't know. This thing, it's just such bullshit to me.
Oh,
Anywho,
100%. Yeah.
I hate it. Now we're getting into how are we even pretending that this is something for weight loss? But okay, these are the Skechers Shape Ups. It's a shoe.
A shoe that you just wear.
It's
and
a shoe.
You're supposed to walk around.
They're just shoes. Yeah. You could walk in any shoes, and that's fine. They were marketed at not as like necessarily as workout equipment, but they were marketed to get you in shape.
They're called Shape Ups.
They're called Shape Ups. They're supposed to help your butt. You get a Kim Kardashian butt. She was also a spokesperson for this. If you wear these, yeah, she was. But I picked Brooke Burke because she was first.
Brooke Burke is still a spokesperson for Skechers. Yes.
Oh, okay. And they have.
And so is Tony Romo, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Tony Romo wears these?
I think so.
These are, I feel like you could fall backwards in them because the bottom's round.
Yeah.
It looks like you just like you're on like just like a half circle. Like they're like crescent shaped shoes, and maybe you like engage your muscles because they're hard to walk in.
If they were made of wood, you would eat shit. Let's just say. They're like Dutch. They're like the Dutchman
Dutch
shoes.
clogs. Yeah. I know. They're like that are only for no one actually wears them. They're just for display. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're dumb. I don't know.
So dumb.
I just think again, it's just marketing bullshit.
Well, one piece of equipment that really I think is I think at this point maybe almost more iconic than the Thigh Master, more sexual than the Thigh Master.
Yeah.
The shake weight. Is
that still a thing?
I mean, probably not, but it really needs no further description or explanation, in my opinion, because it was a cultural phenomenon, still is. Yeah. When you think of shake weight, you think
hand job.
Yeah. I mean, who amongst us hasn't wanted to get in shape by simulating a hand job?
I don't.
No, and not even just like a regular hand job, like a double fisted hand job.
Yeah, a double fisted, or maybe you have them in both.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
Ski poles.
Yeah, I remember getting them at work as a joke from like a salesperson.
Oh, they're only white elephant party jokes now.
100%.
That's the only way that they are still sold. I don't think anybody's using them for actual exercise at this point. But
no,
the shake weight is iconic because it's so inappropriate.
Yeah,
I want to know what the marketing department was doing that day when they're like, absolutely, we're selling this. We're doing it.
The marketing department was at lunch, and there was a temp
Gary.
at the desk, and they were who Gary?
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gary was like, they went to lunch. Can I help you with anything? And someone's like, can you just sign off on this? And they were like, okay.
Yeah, it was I think it was not a huge mistake though, because they probably sold millions of units of this thing.
Well, that's the thing with all of these products. Like a lot of them are successful.
Very gimmicky shit is always going to sell. It
is.
Either for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. So I don't think the shake weight is at all effective. And it can only be, I don't think you can use it with any other part of your body other than your arms.
Yeah, you use it with your arms, and you can use it to like engage different muscles depending on where you're holding it.
But only your arms.
But only your arms, yeah. You can't, I mean, I guess you could like put your feet around it like a foot job.
A foot job, yeah.
But like, who's got the time?
What are you going to do?
Yeah. Also, if you're laying on your back with your feet in the air doing that, it's 100% somehow coming loose, slipping out, and hitting you in the face and breaking your nose.
Or worse, killing you.
Or killing you, just smashing your head. I don't think it's that heavy, but maybe giving you a concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, oh my God. Okay, so
I don't know what this is. I know what it is because it says, but it doesn't look like what you say it is.
Okay, the next thing I'm gonna share is the weighted hula hoop. The picture I have chosen for this, there are two different types of weighted hula hoops. There's like a hula hoop that looks like a normal weighted hula hoop that looks like a normal hula hoop. Yeah, it's just like your basic,
that
thing.
has like heavier sand in it, or
I think it's just like all around. It's like the thing is like
the material is just heavier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not like very light plastic.
Yeah, it's like it's maybe like a pound or two. So this one though that I chose, basically what it is it has links that you can take out as you lose inches around your waist, or to fit around your waist, and it like fits tightly around you.
Okay, I wondered because it's small.
Yeah. And then there's a counterweight that is on a track on the outside that you swing around. You swing this weight around your body. So the hoop itself stays tight to your body, but there's a counterweight that goes on the track on the outside that's attached with a little rope so that it kind of flies out from your body. And that's what you swing around instead of doing like a normal hula hoop. So these are super popular on TikTok.
Oh, so it is a belt.
It's like a belt, yeah.
With the weight off it, and it acts like a skip it, but you use your whole body.
You swing
the ball around. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's fun. I wonder how much these are.
I want to get one.
I want to get one.
Fucking TikTok, man. I was sucked down a rabbit hole for many, many minutes watching weighted hula hoop TikTok.
Kids getting hurt is going to have a video of a kid coming up to their mom, making a TikTok, and that ball just takes the kid out.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
This has to cause injuries. Also, it's like connected. Okay, this thing looks cheap as fuck.
Yeah, it probably is.
Connected with like an old electrical, it's like an iPhone charger that no one has anymore, and then it's connected with like a carabiner to a silicone teardrop filled with sand or something.
Yeah,
it looks so fucking cheap. The whole thing just screams cheap to me, but I like it. I'm into it.
You know what? After I have this baby, this is how I'm gonna get. I'm gonna fucking.
I'm getting one.
Cinch this fucking waist, okay?
Let's get these, and we'll just like make a playlist and stand in your front yard and do this. I don't care.
Oh, fucking
people
100%,
can see me. I don't care. Yeah,
100,000%.
I might buy this tomorrow to make myself happy. We don't know.
I want to see it, honestly.
I'll bring it by.
If I can't do it right now, but I'm going to. I'm gonna get one of these.
Could you do it but fit it above your belly? Like make it small and fit it above?
It'd be on my ribs, and I'm afraid because you could definitely injure yourself doing this. I watched a little thing about a TikToker who did this. You're only supposed to do it for about, 20 minutes max straight. You like that
bruises
like,
you?
Well, you can get a hernia if you do it too long. It's like too much motion.
Oh.
You're supposed to take breaks too. It's like 5 minutes on or, 30
Dang.
seconds off, whatever. And only do it in reps of like 2 or 3. So like 10 to 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah,
max.
we're talking about people on TikTok who are desperate.
This girl did it for an hour and a half.
No.
And lo and behold, she got a fucking hernia.
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
Oh my God.
Don't do
my
that.
God.
She was like, 18 years old. So what are you going to do?
Well, yeah. Oh my God. I'm getting one. Okay. We have one more like product, which is, honestly, this is like somewhat relevant to the weighted hula hoop. It's called 6 Second Abs. I think everyone probably remembers this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is basically this machine. It looks like a slingshot.
It looks like a flux capacitor. I don't know what they're doing
Oh
here.
my God. It is, Doc Brown invented this. He says you can get abs in 6 seconds because you're going back to the future where you put all the work in.
Yeah.
And then you're showing up in the present. Guess what? You got abs.
Wow. How'd that happen? In 6 seconds?
Wow. What's his catchphrase?
Great
Scott.
1.21 gigawatts. Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, this thing is stupid. It is just like a little resistance. It's so cheap. You could
so
tell
dumb.
in the infomercial it like clicks and shit. It's a piece of plastic with handlebars. And
you basically hold it on your lap and you just pull it down like this.
Yeah.
And it just you're just doing a seated mini crunch basically.
It's so dumb. And you could do it on the side. They have other ways you could use it, but it's like, why? But this, I just think we could do a full episode and maybe we'll do like a bonus episode or something for Patreon. We could do a full episode on just ab products because it is the most oversaturated equipment market. Look, there have been so many gadgets created. I mean, we talked about the belt. We talked about, a lot of stuff like a hula hoop, the hula chair, like all of that stuff is essentially targeting your core.
Yeah.
But there are still so many that are like to help you do a crunch, to help you like get a 6-pack. And I just wanted to give an honorable mention to a bunch of products that are just total garbage, just like 6 Second Abs.
Fully saturated ab market.
Yeah, it's fully saturated. So just the Torso Tiger, which I brought up in the beginning, the Ab Roller, the Ab Cruncher, the Ab Coaster, the Ab Doer, the Ab Rocket, the Ab Circle Pro. Those are just some that I found that I was like, these are all wow. I mean, the ab roller's like, it's like I think I had one. I'm telling you.
The one where you like rock in it.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
it, like,
dude. Yes.
It like helps you lift up.
That's like Thigh Master like adjacent because it's like literally made of the same material, like that, like soft foam.
Yeah.
With
like a couple joints, like connecting the parts. And it was so that you didn't strain, your neck, it helped you do the sit up correctly. But yeah, it was ab roller, ab rocker, I think it was called. Yeah, all of these things are just, it's all
trash.
Gimmicks and trash.
Yeah. Well, I have one honorable mention myself.
Yes.
And this is for Jane Fonda. The Jane Fonda workout was, even though it's not technically a piece of exercise equipment, I have to mention it because Jane Fonda completely revolutionized the way women worked out, which was from the comfort of their own homes, with the humble instructional video. She like wrote a book and everything to go with all of her like workout empire, but she built a whole fucking huge empire off of this.
Yeah, she was 80s workouts for women, I feel like.
Period.
Yeah.
You can still find Jane Fonda workouts in their entirety on Hulu, on Amazon, on
hot tip,
on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It created the Jane Fonda workout. She did this for decades, for like 20 some years. And it created an entire aesthetic and way of life. It wasn't just like this gimmicky thing. It was like,
no, it's not a gimmick. It's cardio.
No.
It's cardio,
It's real.
and it's calisthenics, or it's like old school. Just get your body moving, and it's not. She didn't sell like a dumb little gadget.
No.
Yeah.
The only thing that I think like kind of qualifies it as equipment is the fact that you would buy a video and you would just you would build your collection of Jane Fonda workout
your
videos.
library.
Your library, if you will.
Yeah, Jane Fonda library.
So this was like a huge moment in time when this shit was very popular. Spawned a lot of other workout kind of empires, which we probably all remember.
Yes.
I think who else was doing this like kind of same thing?
Oh, well, my mom had a share step aerobic video that I fucking loved. It had great music in it. It was so fun. And she changed her costume so many times.
Oh my God.
And I just remember doing it behind the couch. Like my mom would be doing it on the step, like in front of the TV. And I'd be behind the couch doing it along too without her know. Yeah, it was so cute. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then my mom also had Debbie Reynolds had some they were more for older people, and it was not step aerobics, and it was more like stretching and probably very Jane Fonda-ish. But less cardio, more
like
it's
dance.
just movement. Dance. Yeah.
Well, Jane Fonda was in these days the most fucking fit, like the pinnacle of
oh my God,
ideal body, I think, which problematic, but
yes. Why are you bringing this up though? Because we are not talking about Bobby Blanks. We're not talking about the dance, the at home like hip hop video stuff.
I feel almost legally obligated to bring this up because DJ's mom was a Jane Fonda workout cast member, and she was in a lot of the Jane Fonda workout videos. Yes. We actually just watched one the other day, and it is incredible. I think. Oh my God. Did I send you any pictures or videos of it?
No, but DJ posted like maybe a month or so ago, like you guys must have been watching something, and he posted some video of it, and I saw it and I was like, oh my goodness. But excuse me, I already knew this because I think this was revealed at your bachelorette weekend.
Yeah, I've probably mentioned that it maybe once or twice on the podcast, but this is like a big thing. Yeah. DJ's mom was pregnant with him. And she did a special like Jane Fonda workout for pregnant women.
Amazing.
Like, all this shit. Like, so she was.
Where you do the modified movements. It's like, oh, and if you want to step it up, you follow this person. If you want to tone it down, you follow.
It was a full, just only pregnant women. Yeah. Oh. It was like maternity Jane Fonda workout.
Amazing.
And Jane, like Michelle, his mom, still just talks about her in the highest of regard. She loved working for her and with her. Like, Jane Fonda is a goddess, and feminist. I love her so much. Feminist icon.
Yep, activist.
Activist. I think we could do an entire episode on Jane Fonda because
we should.
She got in big trouble during the Vietnam War. Obviously,
she did, and I still don't fully understand that. So
I don't either. I would love. I think we should do.
Yeah, I would.
We should do.
Also, just everything she's been doing, like with the Friday sit-ins and stuff she was doing, like
still getting arrested at like fucking 80-something years old. She fucking rules, dude. Ugh.
Yeah, and I fucking love June Diane Raphael, and she is also on Grace and Frankie. She plays one of her daughters, and they're very connected. So yeah, I want to go down that rabbit hole.
I feel like I know Jane Fonda because of DJ's mom, and because of like how
you're 1 degree.
I'm 1 degree. Like Michelle could probably, I don't know if she has an ability to contact her, but I think if she reached out, Jane Fonda would be like, yes, Michelle, like,
oh my God,
how are you?
God. Oh my God.
I feel like,
let's make it happen.
Know it.
Jane's busy,
but yeah.
Yeah, but I think, we could talk about this for so long, and there's so many products, but these are just some of the
and
more
just
prominent.
the way that our culture just like is so obsessed with being fit, and Not even for health, just for looks.
Yeah.
It's
it's all get fit quick, put in the least amount of effort, like 6 minutes. Do you have 6 seconds?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
You can have abs. And it's like, no,
yeah.
you can't.
Yeah. I think it's just, yeah, I don't know.
It's a lot.
I joke about, wanting to hula hoop my way to a snatched waist. I don't care,
Yeah.
We just, as long as you are taking care of yourself, as much as you can.
Yeah.
That's all we can say. All this shit's
Yeah.
bullshit. And, but again, you do only have one body. So preventative care,
Yeah.
check in, mental health.
Yep.
Those are the important things.
Yep. Mental health, mouth health, overall health.
Don't let infomercials tell you how to make your body.
They don't know.
These
are actors.
Yeah. Also, they're not. I guarantee these people that are promoting these like products for 6-second abs or whatever, they have full personal trainers. They're not. This is not how they got their abs.
Yeah, maybe, or they're like fitness actors, and that's their job is only to look like that. And this is the first time they've used this product is at the shoot that day. The exception being Tony Little of the Gazelle. We know he uses that all the time. He lives and breathes that shit. Yeah. He wakes up on it.
Yeah, he sleeps standing up. Yeah.
I was going to say maybe he has like one for the bed. Yeah. Maybe his bed is built so that it just supports his back and butt. And then there's like a track for the feet to go up and down. We don't know.
Sounds unsettlingly horny. And
well, he doesn't have that ponytail.
Oh, yikes. Oh my God. He's like what a horse girl is, but like he's a gazelle boy.
Honestly, can I just say this? Tony Little is the prototype to JoJo Siwa.
He is what's that one horse girl, that like conservative woman who shit herself in college and like the gun girl,
I don't know.
I forget what her name is, but everybody calls her the gun girl that shit herself in college.
I need to know about this.
That's her aesthetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think, his ponytail is very
prolific.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh my God. There's just so much shit. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Oh my God.
Let us know if you still have any of these things lying around. Let us know if you have a weighted hula hoop. I'd love to hear about it.
Love to hear. Also, please, if you have
shape-ups.
Oh yeah, or shape-ups. If you have purchased any of these and you had an incident with them, maybe you shit yourself on a gazelle. Who's to say?
Or a terrible childhood memory of eating shit on your grandma's recumbent bike or something. I don't know.
I want to know if you used a flex belt and did you diarrhea your chonies?
That's
did it loosen your bowels? This is the thing. I mean, I'm glad they didn't hire Jamie Lee Curtis, because if you combine Activia and a flex belt, I'm sorry, it is. You're peeing out your butt.
That's volcano activation at a science fair again.
That's a Mento in a liter bottle of Coca-Cola.
I know that's right. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, follow us on social media at DTFU Podcast everywhere. Go to our website.
Yeah, you can send us a message on our website, dtfupodcast.com.
Do it.
Yeah.
We'd love it. Yeah, I think do all the things, follow us all the places, and stay excellent to yourselves.
And each other.
That's right. Bye-bye.
Bye.